Hi guys, I'm going to be doing a drawing tutorial of how to draw your Yeeps or Gorilla Tag character and just using my Yeeps character as an example, but this can work for Gorilla Tag too. So first, if you have trouble doing poses, get a screenshot of you in the game and draw a circle where the head is, then draw two small lines on both sides of the circle and go down in a wide point shape to make the chin. Next, draw the guidelines. The line going across is where the eyes will be, and the line going up is the middle of the face, so you can place the eyes an equal distance apart. After that, we are going to draw the torso. Draw a line going from shoulder to shoulder, then make lines going down and in until halfway to the bottom. Then do the same lines going down, but make them go out instead of in. When you get to the bottom, draw a half circle, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Next, draw circles where the hands will be, then draw the fingers. But I don't really know how to explain how I draw hands, so if you want a more detailed tutorial on hands, I can make one, but just try to look at how I drew the hand, and see if you can try to draw it like that. Anyways, next is the arms. The arms need to be wide in the middle, and get a little bit smaller when connecting to the shoulder or the elbow. Next, draw the eyes. And this I don't really have to explain, because you can just copy what I did, or you can draw your own eyes however you want them to look. After that, take away the photo, and you can adjust some small things. Then we move on to the cosmetics, so you can put the reference to the side, because we aren't going to directly trace the cosmetics. This is me showing how the hair should look flowy, and not like spikes or sharp lines. As well as the fur on the sleeve I have should also look flowy, because it's fur, and it's okay if you don't directly copy how the cosmetics look. As you see with the ribs, I make them a different shape, because I don't like the square shape. For the hair, draw a dot off to the side, and raise the dot, because the hair has volume so it's not flat onto the head. Then draw another dot right onto the head, that is where the front hair is. From the dot in the back, draw two of the flowy hair shapes. I don't know how to describe it, but you can see how it's a small bump and a point. The whole hair is made of these shapes, as you can see. I don't really know how to explain hair, but watch me draw it, and you can try to draw it similar. You can use this guide to draw the cosmetics. I might do a more complicated and detailed tutorial for just drawing Yeeps clothes. If you guys want me to do that, then leave a comment. But for now, try to use this guide, because I don't know how to explain it, because you probably have different cosmetics than me. But the main things are just make the hair out of the flowy lines, as well as anything else similar like fur. And for fabric, it should have folds and a little bit of a sharper edge. Here's a speed paint of me drawing on the cosmetics. See how I drew arrows because of how the fur or fabric would sit because of the position of the arm. If you watch the speed paint, you can see how I draw the sleeves and everything else and try to draw it similar, but the only reason I didn't go into too much detail for the cosmetics is because I know everyone has different cosmetics. I'm sorry if my explaining was bad. I have a hard time explaining sometimes. But if you want a more detailed tutorial or multiple tutorials that cover each individual thing, then please comment, because I want to have feedback on my tutorial. Also, if this tutorial was helpful, then comment if you would want a coloring and shading tutorial. Thank you for watching. Bye.